Hey guys, welcome back. This is the fourth part of lecture number 84 from our bootcamp series. In this part, we will customize the device form for admin users according to the bootstrap theme that we integrated for admin panel. So let's see what is the display of login and auth pages into the theme. So you can see that the login form is look like this into the theme, and you can see that the sign up form for admin looks like this. Okay, and the forget password form look like this. So we will turn the admin device pages into this, and for that we will use a separate layout, that is the auth layout. Okay, so let's start doing that. So to do that, first you need to open a new terminal window, and in that new terminal window, first we will download the or we will create the admin user device views and admin user device controllers. Okay, so let's do that. Rails G device views, and then you need to provide a resource name here. So we will add admin users. Okay, because our device resources or our device model name is admin user, so we will generate views for a device views for admin user resource. Here you can see that device views has been generated. Now it's time to generate the device controller for admin user. So we will just use the similar command, but you need to write rails g device controller and then admin users. Okay, so it will generate controller for device users. Okay, and you can see that it has generated controllers like app controller. Inside the app controllers, admin users, and then confirmation controller and all that. Okay, now what we need to do, that we need to make this kind of change inside the route for managing these controllers. So just look at this. Okay, so we need to add controllers, and then we need to provide all the controllers for which we are customizing the views. Okay, so let's open the routes file. Okay, and in that routes file we need to do the same thing, like we need to manually add the controllers here for which we are customizing the views. So open the routes file in your project folder. Okay, just add controllers here, and here you need to make it like this, and then just write sessions here, registrations here, and passwords here. Okay, why? Because we are just going to change the view of login, or sorry, sign in, sign up, and forget password. So we only need to change the views for that. Okay, so let's add sessions, and here what session controller we are pointing. So we are pointing the session controller from here. You can see that admin users inside the controller. So what we need to make here, what will be the value of this key, that admin users, and then sessions. Okay, and similarly you need to do for registrations and passwords. So here you can see that we added the registrations and password controllers for the admin users in the routes as well. Okay, now you can, yeah, now you need to check the views for this admin user device. Okay, so just minimize this admin user, and you can see that here we have passwords, registration, and sessions directories inside the admin users device views. Okay, and we need to customize them. Okay, but before customizing them, let's switch to the theme directory, that how theme has written its authentication pages. So you can see that the login.html first here. Okay, so in login.html, that you can see what it has followed, that it has followed the admin css, font awesome css, and inside the javascript it had just used jquery min, bundle bootstrap, and jquery easing, and the sb admin js. Okay, but here you can see that it has some different body and container classes. Okay, so we need to do these classes inside a separate layout into the course project. Okay, so first create an auth layout inside our course project, and then we will integrate the then we will style our device pages. Okay, so let's open the course project, and in that course project, first you need to define a separate layout inside the layouts. Okay, so define the layout and name this layout as auth.html.erb. Okay, And in this auth.html.trb, for now we can just simply copy this admin.html.layout and just paste it here. Okay, and now just to close it. Okay, and let's see what styles we have. Okay, so open the theme folder, and into the theme folder you can see the body class here. Okay, so just copy this body class, and we will need the same body class inside our auth layout. Okay, but we need to remove something from auth layout as well. Why? Because we don't need this header partial, a sidebar partial, so we will remove that. We don't need this admin header, so we will also remove that. And we don't need this admin footer and admin logout model, so we can remove that as well. And here you can see that our body class is page top, so we can remove that body class, and we can simply add the body class bg gradient primary. Okay, and now again open your theme directory, theme folder, and in theme folder you can see that we have a class container. Okay, so just add the container class in your auth layout. Okay, so here you can see, so what we need to do, that we need to make a div class container. Okay, and close this div, and inside this container class, what you need to do now, that you need to make it first open your theme folder. Here you can see that it is using row justify content center. Okay, so we need the same thing. Okay, so open your course auth layout, and in the auth layout just write it. Okay, just make it div class and paste it here. Okay, and now inside this class we will render everything. So just add your build content here, paste it here, and now remove this wrapper class because we don't need that. Save it. Okay, and now what we need to do next, as that, just to check out the theme login.html into the theme and see what it has used. Okay, so you can see that it is using the card classes inside this div, so we can use this one more div inside our auth.html or in our auth layout. Okay, so just copy this div and paste it inside the auth layout. And here what you can do, you can do this and just to place this shield inside this grid. Okay, now let's see what we need to change is next. Okay, so just go to the theme directory, and here you can see that this is the form that has been integrated for that is implemented as login.html inside the theme. Okay, so we need to do the same thing inside our sessions file, sessions new, or for the sign in page. Okay, so go to the admin users device views and open the session controllers new.html.trb. Okay, and at the top of the file just paste it, because first we need to correct in its indentation as well. Okay, and after correcting its indentation we will change the form. Okay, so let's select everything and control shift p, indent lines. Okay, so now our indentation has been correct. Okay, now what we need to make change here, first to open the login page inside the theme, so you can see that it is showing the welcome back, so we can have this welcome back. And now we need to change our forms here, but first we can remove this login with Google and login with Facebook, because we are not using any omni auth here, so we can remove this button. So first come to the scroll down the form, and you can remove these links after hr, that sorry, after this hr, login with Google and login with Facebook. Okay, now here you can see that into the form what the class we have user, so we can add the same class here. Okay, just name it as st. Okay, sorry, just remove this, and you can use html class user here. Okay, and now what the next thing you need to do, that you need to copy your entire form. So just copy your form and first make this indentation correct. Just make an space here. Okay, and now just copy this form, and paste it inside the grid of the theme. Okay, so we can paste it here. Okay, and you can just correct these indentations. Okay, and now you can see that it has device class form group. Okay, so just copy this line and just replace this by. Okay, and you can see that it has form class, form control user, and form control user. So we can just copy this class and paste this class inside email field. So just keep it, and here see it does not has any label tag, so we can remove this label tag from our input page. Okay, input form, and we can simply add class here. Okay, and add a label. See what label it has: enter email address. Enter email address and save this. And you can do the same thing for password as well. Okay, so for the password it has device uh, div class form group, so just add, remove this field class and add form group here, and remove this password label because our theme don't have this, so we will remove this as well. And just add the similar class, we will add it here. And now you can do this, you can change the label that enter password, enter your password. Okay, and save this. Now it's time to change the remember me button, so just copy this div. Okay, we can copy this, and we can just replace this by our remember me button. Let's copy it, and here you can see that it has a label remember me. Okay, so what you can do here is that you can provide a checkbox here, and you can add a class to it. Let's say class, and this class should be custom control input. Okay, just paste it here, and change its id to admin user remember me. Okay, and now what you need to do, that add a class in this label class. Let's make a space here, and just in this class you can write custom control label. Okay, and for what id, so you need to mention id here. Okay, so now you can add for admin user remember me. Okay, and now you can see that we just copied that, and now you can remove everything. You can just simply add this login button, and you can add a class to it. Let's say class, and you can write here btn primary, and here you can see that it has couple of more classes here like btn user and btn block. Okay, so we will use these classes as well. Okay, just because we are exactly copying the theme form. Okay, now paste it, and remove this form now because we done with that. Okay, so let's remove this as well. Okay, and here you can copy these shared links inside the form, and we will display this links for login and logout inside that, and here you can paste your links. Okay, save this, and now refresh your admin users sign in. Okay, just refresh this page. Okay, so okay, so here we can see some errors, so let's see what wrong we have done here. Okay, so maybe this is the thing that we placed at wrong place. Okay, so just cut this and paste it here, and now save it and refresh it. Okay, so here you can see that something is appearing here. Okay, but we need to change the layout here as well. Okay, so what we need to do, that we need to mention the layout inside the sessions controller. Okay, so we can manage it here. Let's say layout auth. Okay, and now refresh the browser. When you refresh this, here you can see that we changed the device form. Okay, but remember this, remove this remember me, because we don't need that as well. It seems like it is replicating. Okay, so we can remove this remember me. Sorry, this one, we can remove it and add this class to form group. Now save this. Okay, there is still something wrong with this remember me, so let's see what class we have for it. So open the theme file and just open this, and we can see the form remember me button here, because we need to check what is going wrong in our. Okay, so we need to add this custom control custom check box small. Okay, so just copy this, and we need to add this class inside our form group. So open your device login form, and here what you need to do, that you need to wrap up these label and checkbox inside this div, and now save the page and reload your browser. Okay, okay, so now you can see that we have a proper device theme, sorry, our bootstrap theme login form for signing in as user, and the styled remember me button. Okay, now let's try to sign in using a admin user. So admin at the example.com and provide password here, and now click on the login button. Okay, so when you click on the login, you can see that it is redirecting you on admin dashboard. Okay, so the same thing that we did for the login page, you can do the same thing for sign up and forget password as well. For forget password and sign up link, what you can do, that you can follow the sign up registration link and the forget password pages inside the theme. So here you can see that this is the forget password.html. Okay, so you can see that this form, you can copy this form, and accordingly you can change your password page. Okay, and similarly you can follow the register link as well, and you can see that this registration has the same styles and same classes, and you can use that inside your registration new.html. Okay, and one more thing that I want to show you before you start with that, so you can check that for changing the password, what you need to do, that you need to change on this passwords new.html.erb, and for registration what you need to do, that you need to change the registrations new.html.erb, and in that way you will be able to change the theme of your or pages of your registration and forget password. Okay, one more thing that you need to keep in mind, that when you change these layouts, when you change these forms, what you need to consider, that you need to mention this layout inside both registration controller and passwords controller as well. Okay, and I will push that changes with registration and forget password pages as well, but I would encourage you to do this at your end first, and then you can match your work with the changes I will push along with this lecture. Okay, so you can find that on GitHub repository, and I will add the link of the repository inside the description of the lecture as well. Okay, so let's give it a try at your end. Okay, and along with this, we have completed our lecture number 84. Okay, and in the next lecture 85, we will start looking at the active storage for uploading attachments. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this lecture number 84 along with device authentication and theme customization and redirecting to a custom page after signing. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it. just try this at your end, give it a try. Okay, and let me know through the comment section if you feel any difficulties or if you have any doubt. I will be happy to help you. Okay, so thanks for watching this, and let's meet into the next lecture. Till then, tata, goodbye, take care, and stay safe.